This is so disturbing. His name's Lucifer Valentine. No one knows who he is, though.
And he's making movies, right? He's a film director.
There's this huge conspiracy theory online. What if he's actually like torturing his actors?
He took advantage of women.
He gets them super drunk. Like,
he had her sign something.
When they're basically like blacked out, he's like, hey, sign this contract. He then films their rape. The lead two actresses are now dead. He's like super involved in Hollywood. He's been nominated for 3 Emmys, which...
What?
I was like property.
You want to be in my next movie? You have to prove your loyalty to me first.
I have tattoos on myself because it was like you had to show your loyalty.
It basically like turns into this cult. Send me a video of you cutting yourself. She was trying to leave, so he stole her passport. He uses these movies to get a net out to trap these girls. He said Lucifer Valentine threatened to tie him up
and murder my stepkids and then my wife in front of me.
Lucifer Valentine is the one guy you stay away from. So I made a contract. Let's trick Lucifer Valentine into signing this in the most non-legal way possible. In court, he'll have to explain his side. We threw a hot dog party at his house.
So you went to a building when you don't live and you throw a hot dog party? He was like, out of his breath, he was like, yeah, I just have a lot of stalkers.
And motherfucker signed it. This video will be very unique. Just
it's so crazy.
For Trilogy people watching, we learned about this through Ben. This is Ben's investigation. This is Ben's work. We were just tagging along because we just happen to exist very close in proximity to the man of the target of his investigation, and we learned about everything through Ben. So we were able to join.
How big of a gap do you think it is between the two buildings? Are we allowed to say that?
We don't want anyone to say it.
We could say it. I mean, we're not saying any streets or anything, but we could throw a rock at his door from where we are now. I don't know if he still lives there after this. I would doubt it.
I guess it all started with, I made a series on this haunted house called McCamey Manor, which you guys covered. And basically it's this guy who likes torturing people, and he comes up with an excuse of torturing people by having a haunted house. That way it's like his legal loophole of a way to torture people. Oh, come to my haunted house. It's an extreme haunted house where you simulate like you're getting tortured, you know, but then he actually just does torture them. So then after I put that series out, someone messaged me and they were like, hey, there's another guy out there who likes torturing people, and he has an excuse also. His name's Lucifer Valentine. No one knows who he is, though, so you kind of have to do some investigating. I started looking it up, and I was like, this is just like McCamey Manor, but darker, you know? It's McCamey Manor, you would show up for 6 to 8 hours, and he would torture you, and then you'd go home. And I guess if you speak out about him, he harasses you. Literally everything's the exact same. It works on Facebook. They have a Facebook page where he runs the cult. They have if you talk bad about him, he sends his followers to harass you. The only thing with Lucifer Valentine is it lasts for months a lot of the time instead of just 6 to 8 hours. It's more personalized. It's more
because he's a movie producer.
And he's making movies, right? He's a film director.
But that's the same thing with McCamey Manor. We just got to make the best movie ever, you know, and let's just do whatever it takes to get the shot.
We came in late to the McCamey Manor. Yeah. The one that really blew the lid off that whole story was this guy. So we have a coverage of it way late, but he has a multi-part series on his channel where he actually went himself and did it. So you need, not want, you need to go watch it.
Reckless, Ben. You're reckless.
I'm going to start this video just by calling up McCamey Manor, just to see why they're suing me, because they still haven't given me a reason yet.
He's not available.
Dang it.
How did you go from getting a blind email from someone to then discovering this is all real and you wanted to actually take this guy down?
So I didn't really know if it was real, so there's kind of a viral challenge, which is how Lucifer Valentine blew up. It's called the Disturbing Movie Iceberg, and it's at the top of the iceberg you have the common horror movies, you know, Saw or The Exorcist, and then underneath that you have kind of more messed up movies, and then at the very bottom is supposed to be Lucifer Valentine's movies. And the whole thing with the Disturbing Movie Iceberg is it's not supposed to be real gore. It's not supposed to be real anything. It's all supposed to be special effects, you know, if there's actually
just hard to watch.
Yeah, if there's a real red room and actually people dying, that wouldn't be on this Disturbing Movie Iceberg, you know? So that's dark web stuff, I guess.
We talked about in the McCamey pod about a Serbian film.
So that's halfway down the iceberg,
I've never seen it, but it came up because Russ McCamey was obsessed with people having not watched it.
Yeah.
Like, there's something about that, but that's not even down there.
That's like halfway down the iceberg.
Jesus.
Yeah. So that was actually produced by the same production company as the Lucifer Valentine movies. It's called Unearthed Films. Yeah, they're
Unearthed Films?
Yeah, it's produced by the same production company.
Oh my god, okay.
How convenient.
Right.
So like a Serbian film, it's all actors. Like no one actually dies in that movie. No one actually gets like abused. There's behind the scenes of that. Even though it is disturbing, there is behind the scenes of like all the actors laughing afterwards and being like, oh, haha, this is all fun. This is a job for me. You know, I'm showing up to work and I'm filming, you know? Okay. That's how everything's supposed to be in this disturbing movie Iceberg.
Right.
It's just a disturbing story, but it's all fun. Like, let's just see how far we can push ourselves. Kind of like, let's go on this like crazy roller coaster. Let's go skydiving, you know, like let's do something extreme, but in a safe way. You know, that's what this disturbing movie Iceberg's supposed to be.
There's no way that somebody is watching this from start to finish. People
have their own opinions of what's more disturbing than other people, but a lot of the times Lucifer Valentine is either like almost at the bottom or is at the very bottom. People are like, this is so disturbing that maybe it's real, you know? So there's this huge conspiracy theory online. It's like, what if he's actually like torturing his actors and stuff? And what if this isn't like a Serbian film where it's like actors showing up to work and they're all just pretending? Like, what if he actually is abusing people? And it's
Did you watch any of his movies?
Yes, that was the first thing we did. Was we're like, oh, let's do a Lucifer Valentine movie marathon because he has like 6 or 7 movies. And we're like, let's watch all of them back to back.
You let me know when this part's over.
So, but you watched them all back to back?
No, I only got to like 2 of them. It's weird because we realized like halfway through, it's like, it's just all the same thing over and over. There's no storyline. I guess the storyline technically is a girl dies at the very beginning and then this is her journey to hell. So it's kind of like an acid trip a little bit where it's like that's literally the storyline, is just her being tortured.
Instead, what I got was a repetitive, boring, and artistically barren piece of clear fetish slop. Pretty much everything that everyone says about every one of Lucifer Valentine's films.
What I found out later is it's kind of like a messed up challenge, like watching his videos, because people actually are getting abused.
Slaughtered Vomit Dolls is on Google Play.
It used to be on Netflix. Yeah, they used to be on Netflix, yeah.
Oh, Amazon, the Vomit Gore Trilogy.
Yeah.
I didn't know these were so findable.
Yeah, they used to be. That's how a lot of people found out about it, was because it was on Netflix. It's like a bait and switch, you know, so he uses the movies as like a bait. So like, obviously, these movies go super, super viral, like millions and millions of views. A lot of people are like, oh, this is an artsy film, this is cool.
It's a pretty gross movie, but I like it. Yes. Lots of vomit.
Right, like literally the second you join the fan page, like Lucifer Valentine spends all day on this fan page just saying like, who's joining it, who's joining it. Within 30 seconds, if you join this fan page, he messages you and he's like, hey, I really like your look. You seem like a cool person. You want to be in the next movie? Also, a lot of them are like 14, 15 years old, so they don't know any better, you know?
God, it's just like Russ McKamey.
Yeah,
it's the exact same thing.
Reflection
and
between 2 stories.
And so then he says like, okay, like, yeah, just come over to my house. Well, a lot, if they're like 14 or 15, he'll just talk to them for a few years until they turn 18. And then the second they turn 18, then he's like, okay, you can be in my movie now, you know? They go to his house. He gets them super drunk, like super on drugs. So he'll just put like a ton of drugs on them. And then when they're basically like blacked out, he's like, hey, sign this contract. And so then they sign a contract that says that he can basically torture them as long as he wants until the movie's finished.
I'm sure he had her sign something, but they get her completely intoxicated.
You're portraying a character named Pestilence. The character is you, and your character would go through these types of things.
It's not like 100% confirmed, but from what I've heard, like most of the girls who filmed his movies didn't know they were actually gonna get like hurt. They're like raped in a lot of his movies. They didn't know that was gonna happen. And they like wanted to stop, but then he's like, oh, well, you signed this contract, so like I guess we have to keep going, you know? The biggest thing for me in the documentary I'm making is it's like, how do I make a documentary on this now that doesn't just promote the movies? Because it's like, yeah, say he does it, that's super messed up that he does all that, but the most messed up part out of all of it is that he then films their rape pretty much and then puts it online and like advertises it to like millions of people. So like getting raped is bad enough, but now having millions of people watch your rape and like be like, oh, this is artsy, you know, like this is cool, you know, this is a cool thing that happened.
And I thought she was really the driving force behind those films as acting goes, because she might have been living the part she was playing.
Because that's kind of the like how it has been. Like every time someone talks about this guy, it's always like, he makes the most disturbing movies ever. Like you gotta try the challenge, you know, like he's at the bottom of the iceberg. Like I'm not challenging people to go watch his movies. I'm like trying to inform the public of what this guy is really doing. So that way we can like stop it, you know.
But what you said, like, you know, curiosity. I'm not curious when somebody have sex with animals or kids. No, like what curiosity can bring you on those websites?
Well, I think it's the way people market it. They're like, you can't watch this whole movie, and then people think to themselves, yeah, I can. Let me try it. You know, it's a challenge.
I also think it's the fact that they think it's fake. That's like, oh, well, it's if they said, oh, I bet you can't watch this whole thing of someone actually getting I don't think people are going to be like, I can do it.
Yeah, no, exactly. In the right mind, right?
So I'm thinking explaining it in that way is probably going to hopefully end the challenge, you know, where it's like...
Is he visible at all in his movies?
You can see his hands, I think.
Is he the one doing the thing? Or is he like... But he's just... You don't see him.
Yeah, so it's kind of like POV shot from his head, I guess. You can see his hands, like his feet.
Victim hands, so everything is like... If GoPro camera is right here.
I think, God. He took this girl to Canada because he has a house in Canada, and then she was trying to leave, so he stole her passport. So she literally, and he stole her money and stuff, so she literally couldn't leave because she had no money, she had no passport, and she was just stuck there for months. Seems like isn't that human trafficking technically?
What I don't understand is how does a little contract that you sign, especially when you're drugged, how does that indemnify you from committing other crimes unlimited? Like you can't just somebody because they signed.
Yeah, especially if you're drunk when signing the contract. And I think you're right. Legally, the contract is...
It's more about the fear of the contract than the contract itself, which is exactly what Russ did.
Yeah, so
I'm going to sue you for $50,000 or whatever he was saying.
It kept people silent because they're like, probably he can't win, but like, then... If Russ sues me, I have to hire lawyers. I have to, and like, there's a chance I could lose, you know? And it's like, because I did sign the contract, like I was stupid enough to sign it. So like, he does have a case against me. And in America, not reading a contract before you sign it isn't an excuse, you know? So even though they probably do have a case, it's probably too much of a risk for them to go against and like talk out about the person, you know?
So how did you get in touch with victims and then being able to confirm that yes, this is 100% real and this is bad?
And the person that we confronted, it's exactly
identifying who he is.
So the first thing I did was I was like, this was this Reddit page. It's called like Loose for Valentine on Reddit. There's like hundreds of members. I think the page actually got taken down recently, but at the time it was super active. I was like internet vigilante, you know, like trying to figure out like, who is this guy? And none of them could ever figure it out. The first thing I proposed was, well, instead of going after Loose for Valentine, what if we find his actors and actresses that were in the movies, and then we can trick them into telling us who Loose for Valentine is. And it turns out that the lead two actresses are now dead. One of them died from a drug deal gone bad, and then one of them died from a car crash. A couple years after the movies were made, so it wasn't like while they were filming.
And how old were they at that time?
Probably like in their 20s.
Did you talk to anybody? Like,
so
how
then
did
you went to other actors?
Other actors?
All the other actors and actresses are people who got abused. So it's like basically it's someone who got raped. They're not actually an actor and actress. They're just someone who joined. Yeah, there's someone who joined the fan page. He raped them, put it online. He's like, oh, this person's an actor, you know. And if they've like healed from this, then it's like, do you really want to bring that trauma back? So then I actually met up with the Unearthed Films CEO. I was like, oh, if I can't get to him through his actors and actresses, what if I go through the production company? And so he's a pretty chill dude, actually. I thought he was gonna be like some like creeper person, because the way everyone was talking about him, they're like, oh, dude, he gets drunk every single day, like he's kind of a creeper. Maybe he is a creeper, but he was cool with me, because apparently he has like a hoarder's house. So people were like, dude, you gotta film in his house because like you'll get like the craziest footage. This guy's like a sick dude, but he's like, yeah, my house is a mess. Like, let's just go to the park across the street. So we just met up in a park.
Did he let you film with him, or did
yeah at like midnight we did like a whole interview with him, and just in the middle of this like,
go watch his video to see this. Wow, that's insane.
Okay, so you talked to him.
So what did he tell you?
What did he tell you?
He was like, this Loose for Valentine guy put out his movie and it was getting millions of views, but it was for free online. He just put his movie up for free. So I hit him up and I was like, hey, you can put it on my platform, Unearthed Films, and we can make money together, you know, because he thought it was all fake, just like the rest of the internet. And so he put out like the first like 4 or 5 movies, and then I guess he said Lucifer Valentine threatened to send his junkie friends to his house, like tie him up and like murder his whole family in front of him and stuff.
Why?
I don't know. Because he's unhinged, I guess is what he said.
They had like a falling out and he was threatening him, or like?
I guess so. I don't know. He's like, then I found out that he was like actually abusing women, so I kicked him off of Unearthed Films. Like Lucifer Valentine, he's like, that's the one guy in Extreme Cinema you stay. He's like, everyone in Extreme Cinema is a super cool guy, but Lucifer Valentine is the one guy you stay away from. And so I was like, do you know who he is? And he's like, no, I've never seen him. I've only ever talked to him on the phone. He would make these like, I've only ever talked to him on like these like burner profiles that Lucifer Valentine would make. So he's like, I don't even know what he looks like. Like no one knows his real name. No one knows anything.
Did they not sign a distribution deal together? Or?
I don't know. He was also dodging a lot of the questions I asked also, which you get to see in the documentary. Like, I would ask him stuff and he'd just be like, yeah, I've never seen him. I've only ever just talked to him and stuff. And I would ask to follow up and he's like, yeah, like, he's like, no one knows what he looks like, you know? And
I hate the dude. Is because he took advantage of women.
One of the girls from the Reddit group, she was at Unearthed Film premiere. She said she was hanging out with all the directors and stuff, and one of them said the name Sean Federchuk. And then after the director said that name, like all the other directors were like, oh my gosh, like you can't say that name around this girl, you know? And the girl was like, well, who's Sean Federchuk? And they're like, it's no one, like just forget that name pretty much, you know? And so then she started doing some like research and she's like, I think this might be Lucifer Valentine.
These doors always like problems. Ash, what you doing?
Editing.
Car keys. You told me to go get stuff, like we're gonna go to this Stinghouse operation.
I don't know,
You drove from the hotel? I mean, from the airport to the hotel.
Didn't you go buy whatever you buy things. I don't know what you get when you shop.
Yeah, but you drove here, right? Did you drove to the hotel?
It's here.
Right in your face. What you editing here?
It's a podcast. It's something for the podcast. It's not ready to. Editing doesn't work. That it doesn't just. You don't just come and just watch it.
I want to watch it.
Yeah, when it's done, I will show you when it's done. I need to finish this. I have a deadline.
You're so annoying.
Oh my god, I'm annoying.
You need anything?
I'm good.
You good?
Yes, thank you.
All right. You know what, Ash? I cannot drive for a couple hours without coffee. Do you have any coffee?
What do I look like?
Oh, here we go. Okay. Colombian. I love Colombian. Do you have any like organic Colombian? These mountain green mountains full of mountains.
You can go to the front desk and ask. They know.
They said they have nothing. Stay well, lemon, enchilada, herbal tea. What the heck is enchilada? What is this?
Echinacea.
So clean and leave. Do you need anything? The answer is no. Got it. All right. Sorry, Ash. It's so much traffic that I literally want to go to the gym, but I forgot my Celsius, and I just wanna. Who the heck are you?
Who are you?
I'm Ashton's business partner.
Who's Ash?
The American dude that Ash! Where is Ashton? Did you see like 5'5", 5'6"? He said that he's 5'11", American dude.
He's 5'11", and he's not here.
This is like... Are you sure you're not Ash?
Yeah. Get out of here.
I'm losing my mind.
This video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. When you have an annoying asshole brother and you want to hide your location and not have him know where you are, just turn on Surfshark. Surfshark VPN, a virtual private network, is one of, if not the most basic ways you can protect yourself online, especially if you have annoying 6'4" Russian brothers that annoy the shit out of you and you want to hide where you actually are. Turn on Surfshark VPN. Surfshark VPN will mask your real location, masks your real IP address, and allows you to browse the internet safely, securely, and privately. And in our opinion, Surfshark is the best one. They sponsor our content, they allow us to travel and expose scammers and child predators, and bringing this content to you. Thank you so much to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video. It's better than a mask. It's better than makeup. It's better than anything. This mask was expensive as hell. You know it's not expensive? Surfshark VPN. Especially if you use our link down below in the description, surfshark.com/trilogy, or use promo code TRILOGY. You're gonna get 4 extra months of Surfshark completely free. And best of all, they have a 30-day money-back guarantee. You're not gonna need it, but it's there. 30-day money-back guarantee. We're honored to be partnered with them. Surfshark, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Now back to Reckless Ben and exposing Lucifer Valentine. So she heard the name, she saw that everyone at this premiere freaked out. So those people then knew who he was. So.
Yeah, and then I talked to one of the directors. I got a hold of one of the directors, and he basically confirmed it. He was like, yeah, it's like Sean Federchuk is Lucifer Valentine. Then he's the one who told me like how the fan page works, and it's like, yeah, he basically just uses these movies to get a net out to trap these girls, and that's like how he like convinces them to, especially if they're not 18 yet, like say they're like 14, 15, he'll be like, you want to be like in my next movie? You have to prove your loyalty to me first. Like obviously there's like hundreds of people on this Facebook page. Only one of them can be my next movie star. So like, if you want like a better shot, like go get like some Lucifer Valentine tattoos on yourself, you know? And so he would have these girls like cover themselves with like permanent like tattoos that say like Lucifer Valentine and stuff. And like, so there's tons of girls now that have just like probably like 6 or 7 tattoos that like cover up their whole legs and stuff. It says Lucifer Valentine. Your bedroom, like you have to cover all your walls with like Lucifer Valentine posters. Like everything has to be like Lucifer Valentine, your whole room. Like it basically like turns into this cult. If you want a better shot at like being in my next movie, like send me a video of you like cutting yourself for like doing like carving like a swastika on your forehead or something, or like just like super like dark stuff.
I was like property. I have tattoos on myself because it was like you had to show like your loyalty.
Well, that's why I still don't understand if those people never met him. They only talk, you know, like online, whoever was typing behind the computer. How do we know that the guy that we confronted is the director?
I basically had some undercover agents kind of go into the Facebook page, and we sent them a link with the IP logger. So basically you send a link, you do a URL shortener, it shortens it, and then you can see exactly like where the person clicks on it within like a 100-foot radius or whatever. And it was funny because when he clicked on the link, we saw that it was in this apartment building, and then I zoom out and I'm like, wait, that says Trilogy Media on this building. And
that's how we got the text. That's how he texted us. He's like, yo, I'm going after someone, and they're like, your neighbor.
Yeah. Well, but what if he's a moderator? What if he's one of the creeps that just joined this Facebook page because he loved these movies, he loved torture? What if he's just, again, part of the cult?
Well, you have someone clicking the link that lives here, and then you have people saying that Sean Federchuk is him, and then you see that Sean Federchuk lives in that place.
I did have some others kind of secret, like I was kind of talking to some of the victims, like that girl who stayed in Canada, for example. Like I was talking to like people that were kidnapped by him through other people. I guess they never wanted to talk to me directly, because I guess they were afraid I was gonna like put it in the documentary, which fair enough.
But they were able to see the footage of his face.
But they were able to confirm to me that Sean, like through the people I was talking to, they were able to confirm to me that Sean Federchuk is Lucifer Valentine. So we made a detective board. The first connection we saw is that Lucifer Valentine and Sean Federchuk both make movies. Sean Federchuk, he's like super involved in Hollywood. He's been nominated for 3 Emmys, which...
What?
True Blood is like the biggest one. King Kong, Tony Hawk, Proving Ground. Yeah, I think he edited for Conan O'Brien, yeah.
All right.
But then we saw that Sean Federchuk used to be in a band called Kittens. This band is like kind of very similar to the movies he makes, where if you look at the album art, it's all made with like crayon. And it's all like it's called Kittens, right? So you think it's like, oh, it's like this childlike thing, and then you watch his, I mean, you can look up the Kittens, like I think there's a live performance. He's just screaming. He's like, you know, it's just like the most intense thing ever, which kind of like the Lucifer Valentine movies, you know, it's like
all his posters are like
it's like it looks like little kid things, you know, and it's like also drawn with crayon. It looks like a little kid thing, and then you watch it and it's like the most messed up thing out, and you're like, oh, like.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
So I just looked up the band Kittens on Discogs, and it says right here, Sean Federchuk now directs films under the pseudonym Lucifer Valentine.
Dang.
On the Discogs page.
So some of the Reddit people leaked that Sean Federchuk is Lucifer Valentine, and so yeah, some of these websites now I think
connecting the dots. Holy shit!
It's just like really scary music. I don't know. It's scary for me.
I love that kind of music. That's what makes me feel kind of. I also like how the comments on the live videos of Kittens. There's a lot of comments in there saying Lucifer Valentine abuser. This is abuser. Lucifer Valentine on vocals.
Oh my god. Well, now they're gonna be overloaded now.
It's kind of my formula is I just take whatever the bad people are doing and I try and use it against them. And the reason it works so well is because obviously in our society, the only way bad people can get away with things is they have to come up with some type of loophole or else society will just shut it down, right? Because it's bad. Say for Scientology, they get away with the stuff they get away with because they're a religion, you know? If they weren't a religion, society would just shut them down. Like they're advertising like it's safe to be in a sauna for 8 to 12 hours a day, you know? Obviously it's not safe, but they're a religion, so they believe it's safe, you know? When they tried suing me for like $1 million or whatever, I was like, oh, well, I just believe that Scientology sucks. So I created my own religion called the Church of Scientology Sucks. And so I believe that Scientology sucks. They can't sue me because it's like, if it works for them, it works for me. You know,
is that website still up, the Scientology Sucks one?
No, but it's still an active
religion.
Yeah, it's still an active religion. Like you can look it up, and but on like the IRS website, it's still definitely a thing. But like TBS tried scaring me by suing me for $5 million, but it was just like a scare tactic. So I scared them back even harder by suing them for $5,001. And when we cross to each other, I come up with top of dollar, you know, because we're just coming up with bogus reasons to sue each other. What is the loophole that Lucifer Valentine's using to get away with this, and how do we steal that loophole? Basically, it's the contract, right? So he gets these girls to sign a contract, and obviously the contract's not valid. They're super drunk when and they're very manipulated into signing this contract. Like there's no way this contract would ever stand up in court. But he makes it work because it's like a scare tactic. And so we were like, let's just do the exact same thing. So I made a contract. Let's basically trick Lucifer Valentine into signing this in the most non-legal way possible. And it says that we can torture it, just like how he does to the girls. Like we can torture Lucifer Valentine. We can do all this, like basically everything he could do to the girls, we could do to him, you know? I just had ChatGPT make it in 5 minutes. I was like, probably actually 30 seconds. I think the prompt I wrote was, create me a contract for Sean Federchuk that says that I can torture him in my movie called The 1 Millionth Customer, and we can torture him as long as we want, but make this legally binding in case it actually goes to court or something.
And ChatGPT did.
Yeah, I was like, this will probably go to court, so make it sound as legit as possible in a court sense or something.
God.
All right, let's go step by step. So you created this contract, right? In
30 seconds, yeah.
30 seconds.
Making a movie, The 1 Millionth Customer, which we were...
I don't even think I read the full contract. I only read like the first paragraph. I was like, yeah, that seems legit.
Which we were honored to be featured in that movie. That's a movie that we love to be in, The 1 Millionth Country. I hope the footage of us worshiping the flower god sees the light of day somewhere.
We believe that if we sell 1 million flowers, the 1 millionth customer, if we sacrifice him, it'll bring peace and joy to everyone. But we're gonna have to really torture that millionth customer in order to bring peace.
Yeah, I have a question. My friend over here, Ashton, he has problem with erection. Do you think if we're gonna put these flowers and sprinkle on his dick, it's gonna be good and hard?
Yes, it'll be very hard.
Oh, black roses. How can I sniff you so much, my black roses?
Guys, we got another sale. The name is Sean Federchuk.
Oh, Federchuk.
So I remember like earlier that morning, like a day before, I got an Amazon package, and the Amazon delivery driver was like, hey, sign right here. And I signed it. And I remember thinking afterwards, I was like, I could have just signed my life away, you know? Like, I didn't read that.
How do you know these guys from Amazon?
Yeah, so I was like, let's just do that. Just be like, hey, I got these like I have a delivery for Sean Federchuk. It just says he has to sign like right here, and yeah, and then we'll see if he still lives there or not, I guess.
Craziest idea ever.
So yeah, we dressed you up like a delivery driver, and we got like the balloon and flowers. The reason we got this balloon is it says get well. I feel like we maybe like
get well. Feels like we're gonna beat the shit out of you. Get well.
We were afraid that we were gonna get turned away at the front desk.
Yeah.
Because it is a secure apartment building that we're not allowed in.
If he's signing this delivery, right? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then what?
Besides for then, mission accomplished because we know he's still there.
Okay.
That's what we're afraid of, is that he's not there anymore.
We need to figure out if he still lives in a building and what apartment unit. That's our job.
So you're gonna go, you're gonna talk to lobby, ask them, I have a delivery for Sean Federchuk. And they're either gonna say, no, he's not here, or yes, he's in this apartment, or they're gonna call him. Make sure you remember the name, Art.
Sean Federchuk. How you doing? I have a get well flowery deliver for Sean Federchuk.
Okay, yeah.
So the only thing that is missing, I don't know his unit.
Okay.
But it's a signature required.
I can't do that.
No, I know. I'm not looking for you. I just want to figure out like this person because it's from one of his friends who got. He wanted taking care of him, and that's why he said.
Let me find out.
Okay. Hey, appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
It was actually very interesting and disturbing because anyone can come, pretend to whoever he want to be.
Yeah.
Go to front desk. They legally
should not
no
have
right
told you that.
to give me. All I did is drop the first and last name.
Yeah, so you can go to this apartment.
And that's Sean Fedorchuk, right? Okay. Yeah, that's the one. All right.
So he still lives here.
And I had balloon. Get
flowers.
well, and I said
that was the point. That was the balloon and flowers. It says get well, so that way. But it says get well, like he's probably hurting.
Sympathy.
We want to, like,
And they asked me, and I said like, hey, our friend like is sick, and this is gonna literally like brighten up his day. And they're like, yeah, this is his apartment number. This is his floor.
Okay, should we game plan really quick?
Let us know what the plan. What is the plan is?
Okay,
so now we know where he lives. We know his unit apartment.
What I think we do is, so this is gonna be a legal contract that you can sign, but we're gonna zoom in. So all you can see is the signature, you can't read the other stuff.
Okay, so I go and I said, hey, I have a flowers delivery for you. But instead of signing here.
Yeah, I think almost like abandon the clipboard, like just
that's just for your records.
All right, sounds good. Ben has to be like literally hiding in a corner, listening everything. Right. So what most important is, it's to get him signed.
And make sure you confirm that it's him.
Yeah, of course. You know he's gonna go to front office, right? He's gonna go to listing office after he's gonna get exposed. Who the fuck get my information, you cocksuckers?
He's gonna f***ing lose it.
God, my son. What the fuck? Got you, bitch. Sean?
Yeah.
Hey Sean, I have a delivery. It's from Bloom & Co. Floral Design. I came from Glendale, flowers delivery. There is a balloon and flowers with the signature required.
Who's it from, sir?
I'm just a delivery guy. It says Bloom & Co. Flower Design.
No, it's not from a person?
It says order by... Can I talk to you?
And when I knock on the door several times, he only talked to me through the door.
Yeah, hold on, just 1 second.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, appreciate it. I drove all the way from Glendale for this.
I can't believe you got him. That was such a good acting on your part.
And I totally remember what the f I said.
People, yeah.
Whatever I said, he opened the door, and the first thing that he did, he looked immediately right and left.
Because I have some stalkers online.
I cannot hear you at all, huh?
Because I have some stalkers online.
You're portraying a character named Customs. The character is you, and your character would go through these types of things.
Oh, stalkers online. Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
So that's why I don't know who this is from or what's in.
Are you Sean Fedorchuk?
And he was like, out of his breath, he was like, yeah, I just have a lot of stalkers. And I was like, dude, I just delivering that is your first and last name and stuff.
Sean, I just need, this is what I have. I drove from all the way from Glendale.
But you have no way of knowing who sent these.
I'm just a delivery guy. They only like, it took me like 40 minutes to get here with the traffic and stuff.
Do you have anything that says that you're from this company?
And then he got me on the spot. He was like, show me your business card.
I can go to my car and get it.
No, that's too far.
Yeah,
too far.
I have no card. I'm not a delivery driver.
What if he had said, okay, go do it?
Yeah, I literally, well.
What if he had said,
what if we would have just made one on the spot? We would have the printer's right here. We're 10 feet away from his building.
And you know what he said that I laugh inside of my f***ing ass? He said, okay, I trust you.
I just only need like your signature here. That's it, nothing else.
This is for your company, right?
This is for the company, yes. It's Bloom & Co. I'm just staff.
Sorry, I have had a lot of harassment online, so.
And the three of us are standing around the corner listening, trying to we don't want to come too soon when he hasn't signed it yet, but also we wanted to do like the
congratulations and
customer, and then you got the loudest confetti popper in the history of mankind.
Yeah, this is, and honestly, dude, congratulations. You just got our 69,000 customer. So everything that you have right now, we have you the last customer on our to-do list today. So all these 69,000, this is,
It sounded
like you shot a gun.
So he signed, and I see he's signing and everything, and I was like, motherfucker, he's signing it. So he did sign, he did everything, and then I was like, hey, congratulations, you're 1 million and you're 1 million customer to give you guys sign so you can show up. And you guys show up, and the first thing was like,
gun.
Gunshot.
Sounded like a gun.
Congratulations. This is
He got so scared that he shut the door right in my face.
Panicked.
Yeah.
Panicked.
Yeah, maybe not the best move. Should have a better idea. Yeah.
It worked. We still like
you got his face and you got his signature. That's what we needed.
Yeah, we needed the signature. That was the important part. He actually signed it. Yeah, which is crazy.
Sean, you did 69,000 customer. Sean,
we have a giant check. Well, he signed the contract, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did sign the contract.
So I guess he has to participate if you sign the contract, right?
Sean, you have to participate with this.
When you describe me, like this is how he gonna look like, you're like, Art, obviously it's a young version. And then I open the door and I see the person who is like literally like
dude, my whole like vibe changed after seeing what he looks like. Cause I thought this was the guy we were going after. This guy who just like tortures people. This like punk rock like gnarly dude. I was like, yeah, let's take this guy down. And then I see he's just like some sad old man. And I'm like, oh, like it's kind of like.
Oh, he
don't feel too bad.
I kind of feel bad for him. It's like he's just like scared to go outside, and he just looks sick. It's like I don't know. It's
looks like he never left that apartment. When I look at his eye and I saw he's everything about him.
Well, and it looked like he was editing something in the background of that footage from the glasses. I'm sure he was probably working on a movie.
Dude, I don't know who any of those people are.
No, it's literally Blumenkoff floral design.
These people with you walked up and they were filming you with their phones.
Well, it's a celebration. You the 1 million customer of our flower shop.
No, dude.
Once we got the spy camera footage of his face, I took a screenshot of his face, like all the I took like 10 screenshots of like every angle of his face and put it into a reverse and
image.
There was not a single picture of him online. Like I couldn't find anything from that face.
Dude,
so
he'd been hidden. So which led me to the next question. What happened when you came back?
And well, the reason that the signing worked is because we had the contract put up on DocuSign and we just zoomed in to the signature part. So if you would have scrolled up or scrolled down, but it looks like a legit thing. So, but it is a legitimate, like legally speaking, that is a legitimate signature. I mean, he was tricked, so maybe, but I still think it's a more legal signature. We got a more legal signature for him than he got from the girls.
From them, yeah.
And so
you didn't have to drug him. You didn't have to, you know, give him a substance or make him tired or drunk or high. He was of sound mind. And what does that signature contractually require him to do exactly? You be in your movie, right?
I mean, we can read the contract. Let me see. That's actually the signed PDF of him. You can see the signature at the bottom.
Oh my God. Okay, I won't read the whole thing, but entered into May 3rd, 2025 between Ben Schneider, producer, and Sean Federchuk, participant. Producer is producing a documentary film titled The 1 Millionth Customer, an improvisational performance with extreme experimental stunts. Role and participation, portray a fictionalized version of himself, waiving all rights to privacy, dignity, or comfort in relation to the project. Dignity. Agrees that if he verbally revokes consent during production, such revocation is part of the performance, not legally binding unless signed into writing by the producer. The participant voluntarily exits the project before completion or refuses to perform any of the agreed upon stunts, acts, or scenes. Participant agrees to pay the producer a sum of $12,500 as liquidated damages. Participant agrees that once this agreement is signed, there is no recourse, negotiation, or withdrawal from the project without the producer's written consent. Signed, Sean Federchuk. That's amazing. What happened after?
Yeah,
because we haven't seen you.
Well, I called up some like 2 or 3 lawyers, and they all laughed in my face. I was like, I want to torture this guy, and like he broke contract, and all the lawyers were like, screw you, this is a terrible case. And so I just was like, okay, I'll just be my own lawyer. And so I went to small claims court website. I like put in all this stuff. I was like, I want to sue him for the maximum amount, which yeah, it's the $12,500. It's the maximum you can sue for in California. The next thing is you have to serve him, because I realized I might have made a mistake in the documentary, which is like, we got to hear out like his side of the story, you know? So I actually tried going up the first time, and I was like, hey, I actually want to hear out your side of the story. Like, maybe we don't have to sue you, you know? Like,
did you talk to him through the door?
So you went to the door.
Yeah, and I was like, we're making like a documentary. Like right now it doesn't look too good for you, but like, if you want, like, I'll literally just hear your side out. Like, we don't have to do this court case, you know, like we can just hear out your side of the story. And he was just like staring out like the peephole at me, but never answered.
Anything?
Yeah, I was standing there for like 5 minutes trying to talk to him. And so then we print out the papers, the legal papers. And I had my friend Andrew and John go up as like detectives, because you know how he said there were stalkers online?
Yeah.
So they were like, hey, we're here to investigate a stalking situation of people stalking you. So then he still didn't open the door. And so then we threw a hot dog party at his house.
A hot dog party is the perfect excuse to become friends with all of Lucifer Valentine's neighbors.
We knocked on like every single one of his neighbors' doors, like invited him out to like a big like hot dog party. We're giving out like White Claws to everyone and stuff. And
how did you do that without being a resident there or having the leasing office? Like,
I don't know.
You just did
everyone loved it because we were just giving out free food to everyone. And then we were like, because like, oh, maybe he won't answer the door for us. He's never seen us before, but he sees his neighbors all the time. So like now that like all the neighbors are like partying with us and stuff, like maybe we can get them to knock on the door.
Oh my God. So you went to a building when you don't live and you throw a hot dog party?
What?
And invited his neighbors?
Yeah,
but he didn't come?
With all the neighbors. Yeah, and then the neighbors would like knock on the door and they still wouldn't answer.
I thought he would move after the first time we went.
Yeah, so I tried doing a thing called like service by publication, which is one of those like old school laws where they made it back in the day when everyone read the newspaper. And if I can't serve them like hand directed, then serve them in the newspaper. This law was made when everyone read the newspaper. So if you put an ad in the newspaper, then obviously everyone's going to see it and they're going to get the memo. And for whatever reason, that law still exists today. So I actually presented it in front of a judge. I'm like, hey, we've tried serving this guy like multiple times now. He's clearly home. He's not entering the door. Can we do service by publication? We waited like 2 weeks and the judge finally ruled like no, which they didn't even give us the reason. They just said it's been declined, which is funny because like when I went to court, all of the court people were like, what is this? Like, you can't serve him by the newspaper. We're like, nope, it says right here on the, it's like on the California website, like it says you can do service by publication, and it is like a real law. But the only way I can get this guy to open the door is if I get the best negotiator of all time. Like that's the only person that's gonna be able to open this door. So I was like, how am I gonna find the best negotiator in the world? I put an ad on Craigslist. I literally said like I'm looking for the best negotiator in the entire world, and he responded. And
who was that?
Just like some guy, I don't know. He was a really good negotiator though. And so it was like the last day until I can't serve him anymore, and then they throw out the case. So I was like, I put the ad on Craigslist. I found him all in one day, and then he went to the guy's house and he negotiated with him to open the door, and finally gave him the papers, and it was a legal serving.
How did he do that?
He'll knock on the door and be like, hello, open the door, I'm very friendly.
What?
Yeah, he was actually a terrible negotiator.
But he opened the door?
Kinda. So he was there for like a couple hours. Like he was there for
police never showed up? Nothing?
I was like, dude, just do whatever it takes to get him to open the door. And like, all he has to do is open it just an inch, just throw it in and shout, you've been served. And so he literally just goes up and he's like, hi, my key is stuck in the door. But then through the FaceTime though, they have key cards, not actual keys.
Oh shit.
Within the first 10 seconds, like Lucifer Valentine is like, okay, this guy's not actually my neighbor. This is another like crazy person in my house. And so then he starts like ringing the door, but he's just like ringing it like this for like literally hours.
This is the janitor. We have to inspect your room, sir.
I'm the janitor. Like, I'm here to clean your room. And then, like, just like doing like the worst negotiation tactics.
And he did not call the office.
And how did he not call?
He did not police.
He keeps saying like, I'm gonna call the police if you don't leave. And he's like, okay, call them. He's like, okay, I'm calling the police right now. And then 2 hours later, it's like the police still aren't there. So I think he's like afraid to get involved with the cops, you know?
Yeah.
Because we were like, oh, good. Like if the cops come,
that's gonna be
then he has to open the door and then we just throw it in.
Yeah, they have to like, hey, this is police, open the door.
And then he just tells the police like, hey, I'm a process server. I've just been waiting for him to open the door. You know, like he did say like when he finally served him that he heard heard a girl inside the room. So maybe that's why he didn't want the cops there, because maybe he was doing some questionable. I don't want to like speculate. Like maybe it was just a girl that was just a friend or something. I don't know.
So after a couple hours,
so he's
served. And then his phone died, and then his phone turned back on. He was like, I served him, and we're like, oh, okay.
Oh, good. Okay. So you didn't actually.
So we didn't get to see him serve him. That was so sad. Because, yeah, he was there for so long, his phone just died. And I guess, like, 2-3 hours of being on FaceTime, it just kills your phone battery.
Okay, so you serve him. Last day possible to do that.
Yeah, it was the last day. Yeah, with, like, a few hours left because it was at nighttime, yeah.
Then what happens?
So I was like, okay, what if I don't actually win this case? I just get him to show up. That way I can hear out his side of the story, because I showed up to his side and I was like, I really just want to hear out his side. As a journalist, not hearing out everyone's side is biased journalism. So it's like, I got to hear out his side of things. So in court, he'll have to explain his side, you know? So, because I could just say like, well, didn't I just do the same thing you did? Like, how is what you did different than what I did? Like, you should be used to this already.
Tell me he showed up.
No, he didn't show up. And so I was like actually like hoping that he would show up. I was like, because we legitimately served him. It says in the papers, like, you need to show up to court or else you could get like arrested. Like basically I automatically win if he doesn't show up.
Right.
So I thought he was actually going to show up.
The judge was like, all right.
Yeah, I spoke for like 2 minutes. The judge is like, explain to me the situation you're in with Sean Federchuk. I was like, well, we are filming a movie together called The 1 Millionth Customer. I was like, it seems weird, but I do these types of projects. Like the last project I did, I went and I got tortured by the most extreme haunted house in the world. So now this time I wanted to reverse the roles and torture him. And I was like,
did they think that you're weirdo?
Yeah, I was like, I know it's very unconventional, but it states in the contract that if he breaks contract, he owes me $12,500. And she's like, oh yeah, it does say in the contract. It does clearly state $12,500. And I'm like, he didn't show up. I've tried contacting him multiple times. He just ghosted me. She's like, do you know why he's ghosting you? I was like, I don't know. I've tried asking him. He's not letting me know why. He's just complete ghost on me, why he didn't show up to let me torture him. And she's like, okay, it's ruled in your favor. Boom. And then I won.
What? So how do they force him to pay?
So that was July 17th. So he has 30 days to dispute it. But after that, it goes into like full effect. And now it's like, it's a hard question. Like, well, what do you do now that I've won? Like, obviously, I can't like just like be like, oh, give me 12,000, even though like he hasn't ever done anything to hurt me. You know, it's like I shouldn't be getting $12,000 from him. That's not like right. That is an abuse of the legal system that I shouldn't be doing.
When you won the court, when you won this case, did they?
Yeah. So I was thinking at first,
did they send any paperwork to him that like, hey, this and this is going to happen to you?
After the 30 days? He gets a court order to pay up, and it goes to you. How does that work?
I don't know. We'll see, I guess. But I think there's ways to like force him to pay, but obviously
that was not the point.
I don't want to make $12,000 off this. I don't think I want to give it to the victims because it's going to just create a huge mess. Like how do you fairly distribute that in a way that makes it fair for all
the judge
of
who deserves it more? Yeah.
Another option is like you donate it to some like charity.
Yeah.
And that way it could at least be like, okay, like if he's not going to like take responsibility for this is like forcing him to like take accountability, and actually like it's helping undo some of the damage he's caused, you know, and now at least it's a positive. He's helping undo some of the damage that he put out into the world.
Did you see any activities after everything would happen, our confrontation, serving him and stuff? Did you see on Facebook in that groups any activities, like something happening? Did he spread the word that there are stalkers and stuff?
It just went offline one day.
So I did have another secret agent that was like talking to him, and I think she was actually going to film him. He was going to rent a place in Colorado for them to film their next movie. And then the whole joke is I was going to show up instead of her showing up. And I was going to kind of, I don't know.
Do the confrontation or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm just like, hey, like, I don't know.
Torture me.
My first secret agent, he kind of like brainwashed into going against me, and that he's actually the good guy and I'm the bad person for investigating him. And she turned on me and tried to like blackmail me for like a bunch of money. She's like, pay me a bunch of money or else I'm going to tell him what your idea is.
What?
And
you fucking owe me, and if you don't think so, then I'll make you know that you owe me.
Dang. Okay, so
Don't be dang as if it's like, oh no, oh dang. You, Ben.
Like right after that phone call with the first undercover agent, I guess she told him, he was like, actually I can't film the movie anymore, like too many people are after me, I can't even go work out at the gym anymore, else people like follow me if I go to the gym. He was like, every day like people are showing up to my house, and which verifies
but it verifies that that's really him, because all that stuff was happening in a way. And
so I think he just got really paranoid.
I'm surprised. I keep surprised he still lives there.
And then after that, then he started messaging all the girls. I think he like deleted the Lucifer Valentine account, and he started messaging all the girls. He was like, this Lucifer Valentine account that you've been messaging, that's not the real Lucifer. He's like, he like created a second account. He's like, I'm the real Lucifer Valentine. The Lucifer Valentine you've been messaging, which I guess did the IP logger from, he's like, that's actually a fake account. And so you've been talking to a fake Lucifer Valentine this whole time. And so these girls are now coming online. They're like, if anyone's been messaging this account, it's an imposter. They're trying to pretend to be Lucifer Valentine. They're trying to like convince young girls to do sex acts. They're like, this isn't the real Lucifer. Like, this is the real Lucifer Valentine. He's like trying to cover himself for like when we go and like investigate him, I guess.
Dude. Do you see this story being a part 1 of like part 1 of documentary? Because now like now what happened now?
Yeah, I don't know. That's I genuinely am stuck. Like one part of me is even just like I'll be like, hey, you owe me $12,500. I'll let you keep it if I get to interview you, type of thing. Because that was the goal all along, was just I just wanted to bring him to court, so that way. Because the whole joke that I make in the video, it's like I go up to his door and legally he doesn't have to. I don't have to interview him. Like he doesn't have to share his side. But in court, you legally have to share your side. Like that's like the one place in America where like you can't just like hide from like the truth. So it's like I'll take him to court. But then if you don't show up to court, then it's like, okay, now what? So it's like, well, now he owes me money, but like I can give him the money back if he gives me the interview. And so I don't know. I genuinely don't know where to take it. I don't know.
Well, we've seen crazier things happen after a video drops, so who knows? Like,
well, that's why I was like, maybe it's gonna be trilogy. It's gonna be like, part 1, part 2. Part 2 is gonna be something crazy did happen after all these videos got dropped.
Yeah. Are you happy with? I mean, I know you wanted to talk to him directly and stuff, but with the way everything went, like, are you satisfied with where things are now?
I don't know. I wanted to interview him. I think that would have been the best ending. Just like hearing out like not even like as like a hit piece interview, but just like genuinely. I mean, obviously like pushing back if he like said something messed up, but like just saying like, how did you get involved in making movies, and then how did that turn into like actually like a lot of the people that were your actors felt like they were abused and it wasn't consensual.
Claiming
like how do you like respond to that? Like, are they lying or are you lying? Kind of thing. Like,
so if people are watching this and the video's out now, is that invite still open to him if he's watching? He's probably gonna see this.
Yeah, I'd love to interview him. Yeah, for sure. And it wouldn't even be like a hit piece where I'm like, look how bad you made these people feel. Like
you just want to hear the story.
Yeah, I just want to hear his story of like,
hear everybody's stories, and if you're a victim as well from those movies.
Yeah,
well, that was genuinely what we were offering to Russ, but then all he sent back was the most unhinged voice recording I've ever heard in my life.
At least he responded.
At least he responded.
Yeah. The thing is like, if he tries to like, because I know the Lucifer Valentine story pretty well, like if he tries to lie and stuff, I'll definitely like push back. I'm not gonna like use my platform to have him spread like false propaganda, but it's like I would just like to hear like how we got to that point,
Well, I can't wait to see it. Is this gonna be your first video drop after you haven't uploaded in like a year?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, it's been like a year and a half for sure.
And you, in your video, you're gonna promote your another documentary, another story that you've been working on in Texas?
Yeah, so
what can you tease about that?
What if we find Banksy? It's just this mysterious guy, and maybe not like actually dox who he is, because I feel like that's what the fun of Banksy is, like not knowing. But like, wouldn't it be funny just to like the journey is the fun part, not necessarily the destination, but just the journey to going and like trying to find Banksy.
Can you explain to people who don't know what Banksy is?
Yeah, he's like this graffiti street artist who just like blew up and became like super famous because no one knows who he is. So I was like, what if we go and like on the most epic journey ever and try and find him? And that's kind of what these like next 4 or 5 videos I've been working on are, is like,
wow.
But it's like,
did you find him?
No,
you gotta watch it.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. Okay.
That's a cliffhanger that you've been looking for, ladies and gentlemen.
But I can't really describe what goes into, because a lot of it's like very illegal that we did. It's like, I think it's like kind of stuff that's like too gnarly for YouTube. No, it's not allegedly. Like we actually got like in a lot of trouble for some of the stuff we did. It's not alleged at all. We got in a lot of trouble.
No, we're saying this.
That's why
just trying to soften it for you. It's been an honor to join you along for this. Thank you for including us. And it just was all happenstance, but we
last minute chaos.
We know it's going to be an adventure.
Somehow we pulled that through. Somehow he did.
Well, yeah, we still haven't heard his side yet, so there's still unfinished business. But
maybe this will be a part 1. But that's nonetheless, please go to Reckless Ben's channel, watch his version. It's going to have way more than ours.
And Ben will show you.
Oh, thanks, guys.
What's next for you? Because I know you've said, some stuff in Texas. Maybe you weren't able to post on YouTube because of some legal issues.
Right.
Like, are you going to continue doing stuff that you can't post, or like, what's your approach looking ahead?
Because people miss you, dude.
I don't know. want to do crazy stuff, but the crazier stuff I do, the harder it is to post. So it's like, yeah, you gotta find that middle ground, I guess. Because yeah, if it was up to me, I would just do the craziest stuff ever, but then none of it could be on YouTube. So it's like, I don't know.
Let me ask you a question. Us as a content creators, the whole like, we have like 3 ways why we can financially afford offices, employees and stuff, sponsorship, ad monetizations, and our fan base. How the f financially you able to do all your documentaries if you're not able to put on the internet and get your, you know, like get viral, get ads revenue or sponsorship? How the f do you finance all this shit?
Well, first off, I think my budget's super low. Like, if you watch like any of my videos, it's like sometimes I'll spend like.
But you still went to Tennessee. You still went to his. You know, you still spend freaking gas money, pizzas, and this and this.
Yeah, I guess Patreon. People subscribe to me on Patreon because they just like support it. But yeah, I'm 100% demonetized.
Let's plug that then.
I'm definitely like I haven't made money on YouTube since before the cult series I did. It's like 2-3 years ago.
That was last time when you saw any money coming from YouTube.
I did do one video. So I did a Mario Kart in real life video. That was the last video I had monetized, and it got I think 5,000 views. So Patreon's the only way right now. Yeah.
Patreon.com/recklessben.
If you like adrenaline,
he might be too humble to like plug it himself, but we're gonna plug the fuck out of it. So please go subscribe to it.
Get the link in the description.
Because we want to do more videos with them and want to keep it going.
All the money does go to video. Like I don't like eat fancy. I just eat like the bare minimum to stay alive, I guess. And I just
well, take care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with that.
I eat very healthy, but like I try like all the money. I just want it to go to videos because that's like my passion. You know, it's like,
and you can tell that, and you can see it. You know, by watching your videos, it's like the stuff that you're doing. Like you have to be reckless Ben. That's why you f***ing reckless Ben.
You definitely have to cut this part out, but I have another pretty crazy video I'm working on. If you guys maybe want to get involved, but
well, thank you for including us in this, and I can't wait for this to drop. And
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Reckless Ben, everybody, thank you so much, brother, man. Thank you for coming. I can't wait. We'll have you freaking back very soon.
Ben always reckless. That's you cannot change that.
Mike, anything else that you could think of that we need to cover for at least our perspective of this?
You're a legend, Ben.
Oh, thanks.